ibhizinisi yethu injula bukhoma.
Sifundisana ngokuseva imali.
Hello and welcome to the program Dream It and Achieve It. This is a program that has been brought to you by JE Eswatini in collaboration with Eswatini TV.
One program driven by junior achievements, that of job shadowing, which gives students the opportunity to do work in actual companies, which is in line with their career future path.
Of course. And in this week's program, we have students that have went through the job shadowing program through the IDCE.
Let's meet Lindelwa Hlophe, who wants to pursue a career in marketing, as this will help fulfill her dream to become a successful entrepreneur and her own boss.
My name is Lindelwa Hlophe. I'm from St. Mark's High School. I'm 16 years old and I am here in SIDC for marketing and improving my career path. I want to be an entrepreneur, and currently I'm doing marketing, and Mrs. Peggy SO1E is my supervisor. I think that from being here I'm gonna gain my negotiation skills and improve my business knowledge with being with open-minded people in the business, and learn more about the business industry and just explore things. So far I learned about writing a memorandum and reading the newspaper in the morning so that we know more about the business if there is nothing negative written in the newspapers. I want to be an entrepreneur because I want to be my own boss and improve the welfare of the society, because most people in this country graduate and are not able to get their jobs and pursue their dreams, and that's pretty much it.
So she's been attached to the marketing department. At IDCE, the marketing department is basically responsible for the brand and the image of the company. And to pursue our goals, we carry it out in different ways. We carry it out by implementing our market strategy. Our marketing strategy is what is our roadmap to how we're going to go to the market, how we're going to interact with our customers, and how we're going to interact with our stakeholders. And then also we're responsible for making sure that the company image is always good in the media, with the public, with the customers, as well as customer interactions. We monitor how happy our customers are, how they're interacting with our staff, and how they're interacting with the company as a whole. Are we meeting their needs, and how best can we do it? So in a nutshell, that's what we do. With regards to what we do is going to help her, I think all of us as when we were young, we would have appreciated this opportunity. It helps you form what the corporate world is about. I think it also takes away all the, how can I put it, the little words that we create. We think it's just about dressing up and looking nice, then you just go to work. Yesterday she was actually saying to me at some point, it's a lot of things that you do here. That realization that work is hard work. It's not just getting a paycheck at the end of the month. So I think that for starters is good. Also, being in such an environment, she not only has to interact with me, but she also gets to see how we interact with each other. Yesterday, one of our suppliers came and she was in my office, and one of the points that even the supplier was making, because they got to talk, was that when you have a rapport with the people you work with, you're able to get your stuff on time. You're also able to ask for favors. Like when you're in a tight spot and you really need a favor from a supplier, from the rapport that you get. She actually thought the supplier was my daughter because of the way we interact. She walks in, we greet each other nicely, we're asking each other about how the holidays were, and then it's down to work. What have you come for? Okay, here you are. But that, I think, will also teach her how you interact with the people you work with so that they're willing to go the extra mile for you. And how she's been doing, she's been really good. She's a sponge. She's been asking questions. There's one issue she interrogated me about. I tried explaining and she was like, I still think it's a lot of money. There's something we were discussing, so that was quite interesting. She participates. She really wants to know. She came here to learn, and we will teach her. Today, just now, we were going through our media file. We call it a media file, but where she saw how the company has been keeping newspaper clippings about the company from as early as 1987 when the company came about. So, and how everybody else has kept on the tradition until my time, and I've kept it on as well. But it also then, I hope it taught her how to keep your records so that whenever you need to talk about the company as a whole, you have somewhere to go for your research. So that, because I was not here in 1987, it was a great one. But I can talk about the company because there, in that file, somebody in this company was keeping tab of what was going on about the company in the media.
My name is Timba from Kazakali Private School. I'm doing grade 12 IEP and I'm 19 years old. So my subjects are economics, accounting, SO1E English, and then I have a bit of science, geography, and then I'm doing math. I'd like to venture into either accounting or economics because I think those two are interesting for me. I find them interesting in commercials. They put me in the business development section. Basically, okay, it's more especially the Youth Development Fund, which is a government initiative giving out loans to the youth to encourage entrepreneurship and the creation of jobs.
Kunqobokuhle says she is fascinated by job shadowing simply because she gets to experience firsthand what she has been studying and reading about at school.
Okay, so far it's been interesting because I get to see what I've been reading about, because it's more especially like the loans, how business plans. Okay, so the people who apply for the loans, they bring their business plans and why they need the loan, and then they decide if they are gonna give them the loan. And that's what I've been learning about, because I once did business studies where we learned about those things, and then seeing it like people doing it gives you a better understanding of what it really is, other than just reading it. Job sharing for me is like a must because it's part of my curriculum IEP, where we learn part of the life orientation subject, which is a very broad subject, and then I'm able to learn how to interact with different people from different places, how to carry yourself in such a professional environment, and how what I learn at school has to do with the real life and the real world. The reason I want to do accounting and economics is because it's more of finance, like it's dealing with money, and I think that everybody deals with money every day. And venturing into that section, that career path, we are able to teach people how to handle money and how they can get more from their money. I think it's gonna benefit one of the aims of economics, we learned that the economy aims for full employment, which is to make sure that everybody is working. Everybody who is willing and able to work is working, and to bridge the gap between the high income earners and the low income earners. And we actually learn how to, like, different ways we can do that, including taxing more of the high income earners and less on the low income earners, and how that is beneficial, and basically it's pros and cons of everything.
Any message to JA?
I'd like to thank JA for giving me this opportunity, because I didn't think that I was able to enjoy working in such a big company. ITCE is like, I never thought of myself working here, but then I'm able to do it because of JA, and I'd like to thank it so much, and I hope other students are able to get this opportunity that I got to.
In this department, it's a portion of SITC that deals entirely with a youth fund thing. You will remember that we collaborate with the youth fund. We are an intermediary. SADC is an IDCA, sorry. I'm still not used to calling it IDCA. You will recall that we are collaborating with the youth fund, and we are their intermediary. And as such, they bring their projects to us, and we assess the viability and the feasibility and everything, and then take them back to them. So we are working hand in hand with them. So this department deals specifically with the projects. So since she came in yesterday, we have introduced her to how it operates, how our processes go. I showed her what happens from the initial stages when the applications are brought into SIDC and the processing. And she's been doing other runs like photocopying, learning about the different machineries that we use in the offices. The job shadowing program, I think it is a good program because it introduces them to the working environment. That's one. And I think it just opens their mind. Bangabi theoretical, babe practical. Bakone understand what happens in the office environment or wherever lapho basuke bafakwe khona. Babe nale real picture of what really happens there. And I think for others, it also opens up a pathway. Yeah, okay, it gives the person a direction. No, clear what do I want to do when I finish school. That's when it hits her or him. Because you know, I would love to do this.
Okay. Good, that's fine.
Swelihle Matsebula is looking at a career in accounting, and she feels a career like that will give her the opportunity to make a meaningful contribution to the economy of Eswatini.
I want to be an accountant because I feel like Swaziland has too much expenses and income, so I would like to actually give them advice on how to spend their money and on how to get more income in the society. Here at SIDC, I'm under the finance department, whereby we pay creditors money and also charge debtors loans and rent, whereby we receive money from clients. My experience has been amazing. I've learned more about paying our creditors, on how to pay them, and if they're charging interest, to pay that exact amount and not extra. I'm hoping to get more approval from clients and to get a good scholarship, as I'll earn a certificate at the end of this period and get more education on how I should be a better accountant in life. I've been in JA for 3 months and I've learned on how we should spend money as business cooperatives since we're starting businesses and earning income. I've also learned about why we should start businesses and how we should spend our money wisely. I'd like to thank JA for this opportunity because I know I wouldn't have earned such an opportunity at a very young age. And I would also like to thank them because they have given us an opportunity to also have higher quality education and to earn experience from our working experience.
This is the engine of the whole company. So when we're talking about finance, we are looking at money that is coming in and money that is coming out of the business. So because this is a big company, you can't do both those jobs, like looking at money coming in and money coming out. So myself, I'm responsible for money that is coming in the business. So I did explain to her that for us to get money, we give out loans to companies and individuals. And I did explain to her that our loans, there are 4 categories of loans. We give out money to people that wants to do agriculture, for people who wants to buy assets, and for corporate loans, those are business loans. So I told her that we are talking about million plus. We are talking about business. So those loans that are huge, we classify them. Then we have the last one, which is the SMEs. So those ones, they range from 50,000 up until 500,000. So I'm responsible for those loans. in the company. But then we've got a new product that we have just rolled out. It started actually, we gave out money starting from the 24th, of which she was very lucky to have experience to be the first one to put those loans into the system that we are using. So that is the youth revolving fund. So she did have that experience of posting those transactions. Now she knows, especially the ones that I did yesterday, there were about 4. So I was helping her to put them in the system, those 4 that we have just dispersed. So that is the first part that I'm responsible for, is the loans. Then the company ITCE also has the property department, of which we do lease or rent the properties like shells and shelters in Matsapa. And I did also explain to her that we also have some properties like shops, like Buy and Save here in Babane. At least she lives around, she knows that shop, she has been there, so she knows. So this is the shop that Mr. Mukacha was talking about. So I told her that those guys, they pay in rent. So like I told her, I'm responsible for money that is coming in. So we give out invoices to those people so that they can pay. So today we were doing those invoices. So we've done the last one. I'm happy because she did the last invoice, which was for you. So she did it from the onset up until she emailed that invoice to the client. So I was really happy, and the way she's grasping the things, she's quite good. She's really good because she only watches me doing some few things there. Then when I give her to do that thing, she does it without a problem. What normally happens in schools, they're just learning the theory, but then when it comes here, this job shadow thing that they are doing, it bridges the gap between the theory and the practical. Now she will know exactly what I'm doing at school. It is very important because they outside they are doing these things. Like I was explaining to her that in accounting there is one basic rule which works everywhere. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. That's the first thing that they learn from school. Then when she comes here, I show her, here is the thing that we're debiting, here is the thing that we're crediting. Then that bridges the gap. I think JA, they are on the right track to help these people to really understand the theory that they're learning from that side together with the practical. I hope even many companies, they could help JA so that, because I know this involves funds, so that if many companies, they can also come and help JA to get more of these people or more of the students coming into the companies to get this help, because it really helps a lot. Yeah.
We caught up with the 3 girls as they shared their views and experiences while job shadowing at IDCE.
Guys, I want to JA guys. We aren't only learning about our jobs, about what we want to be in the future,
because we met and we are able to socialize and have fun. Even lunchtime we go together.
We don't even know each other. We
I know.
Different schools, different places.
Yeah, and it's really a good thing, Shem.
Yeah.
So like, what do you like about your department and stuff?
In my department, I like working a lot. I also talk to the people that teach me. It's like we have that family bond.
I know.
We just met.
Because like, it's like she's my mom also, you know.
Yeah, baby.
And it's really nice.
Baby.
Yeah.
For me, I know it sounds absurd, but then I like the doors. You know, when you enter, you go into the room. There's a code.
Or like
you go in code. There's a code. It makes you feel special.
Yeah. I like walking, like the shoes, they go ka ka ka. I feel like a businesswoman already, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you guys have told me Babani. I do know Babani. I know no superstar, I never know Spra.
You taught me how to be early. Yo, you're the earliest person ever. Yo.
And I stay far. I stay in Manzini, Kalem Babani. 6 back, 20 back.
Okay,
but
I
I'm earlier
get
than
you.
you.
I get you.
That's all for our show today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Be sure to tune in next week as we continue profiling more achievers. Bye.